My wife's been missing for 6 days now, and the police said to expect the worst. So I went to the charity shop to get her clothes back. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. Sometimes it's nice to do comparisons, and I'm going to make a comparison video today. I'm challenging an old soap with an old recipe with a new soap. So this is Taylor of Old Bond Street, a classic shaving cream, and this is Tarot from Arefa soap, and we're going to compare them. This is from the Ukraine. It's modern. It's what is this one? Is this the bear tallow or is this beef? I forget. It's a really small print, and I can't tell, but it's one of the two. This is bear tallow, so it's made from bears. Good use of bears. So I've loaded up the brushes. I have the same kind of knot in both of them. These are Matti Lindholm's brushes. They have a 24mm synthetic knot from Magards. So I'm using one on each side of the face. I've loaded very heavily. We're going to be here for a while because we'll need to water these down. I do have a razor and I will be shaving with it. It's a nice one. It's a Shave&Butcher. So if you want to fast forward or stay with us, please do, and we'll shave eventually. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to get carried away with new soaps. I'm starting with Tob's grapefruit. As I said, I have a very large amount of soap, especially for covering just half the face, but we'll have fun. Gonna play around. Old recipe, not the typical artisan style recipe. You know, it has some bit of chemicals in it, like the soaps used to have, and the classics still do. It's a little bit hard to speak because I have soap in my mouth. But it's one of my favorite scents, this one, this grapefruit. I'll have the tap running because, as I said, I need to add quite a bit of water. Really a classic soap that generally renders a rather voluminous lather, not the super dense, what do you call it, low profile type of lather, but just a traditional Santa Claus beard type of lather. A very good one. Yeah, it's already looking pretty good. Does it bother you that I'm talking like this because I have soap in my mouth? Oh, and all of a sudden I'm from India. There you go. Good thing it's not beef tallow, and the other one could have been a problem. Super easy to lather, quite enjoyable, but you know, it's a lot of it, a lot of volume. So perfect, very nice to shave with, no problem with that one whatsoever. So on the other side we have, I think, quite possibly even more soap. But hey, lathering is fun. Part of the joy of wet shaving. Did you watch the axe video? Still recovering from that one. So this one behaves differently. You put it on the face with a rather dry brush, as you should if you're face lathering, and then it's like a toothpaste kind of consistency at first. I don't know if you noticed the difference, quite a big difference. And it's dry, so I'm adding a lot more water on this one. Then start to build. Changing hand. I'm better at lathering with this on this side of the face because it's more natural. Because I'm using my left hand because my right hand is. I'm using my left hand. Got to change it up a bit. So, if you were paying attention, you can see that this doesn't grow to a big volume. Well, kind of. But it's built to have a lower, what do you say, low structure, less volume. Different experience, and there is a bit of volume to it because I have so much soap. But this one, and you can feel it when you do a lot of lathering, when you move it around the face a lot, you notice a difference in how they feel on the face. A lot of modern artisan soaps have some fantastic ingredients that's just good for your skin. And every time you use a soap on your face, no matter what's in it, you're going to take away natural oils in the skin, which makes the skin a bit drier. You see, big peaks, but not a big volume, not a big surface on it. It's not going to be the best lathers because I'm mocking about so much, but you can see the peaks are starting to form, but it keeps a low profile. Shit. Mommy, the man said a bad word. It's a different feel on the face, different experience building up the lather. Took a bit longer on that side, but that really is because I'm using my left hand, and yeah, I'm not going to say all that again. And you see, I had a good lather. This is dissipated a little bit. That's not going to happen with this one. Good modern artisan soap is built to last. Sometimes I've bowl lathered and I get a phone call and I come back half an hour later and the damn lather looks more or less the same. Now, in shaving, I typically don't notice a big difference if you've, so Shave&Butcher. This is the handle, the scale, and the mark is getting a bit worn out, but it's a pretty razor and it's a very, very good one. So as long as you have a decent soap that you've used to build a decent lather, it's going to be slick enough for you to have a good shave. At least you can't blame the soap. So this is dried up a bit. So for me, in terms of shaving, it doesn't make a big difference what soap I use. For me, the difference is more in the, the process of lathering and how it feels on the skin, especially afterwards. Because Arefa soaps are amazing. So it's been a shorter time frame, but it's so stable. It's incredibly stable. If anything, it's so heavy that it moves towards the face of the earth a bit. But the quality of the leather just stays there the whole time. So is Arefa a better soap than Taylor of Old Bond Street? Hell yeah. The charm with these old soaps, old recipe soaps, is that they're classics. You feel part of the tradition. By the way, I will be popping across to London in the next month or two, so really looking forward to that. I hope I get a little bit of time so I can visit the shaving shops. Maybe I'll make another video. I've made two, I think, but I might make another one if you think that's interesting. Have you been there? In London, in Mayfair, St. James's, Taylor of Old Bond Street, D.R. Harris, Truefitton Hill, Trumpers, all amazing places to visit and to buy a little bit of shave gear. So this difference in feeling when you put on the second coating is still there, still a big difference. Soaps nowadays, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them, and certainly Arefa, they're so well engineered. And this razor, made in Sheffield. Sheffield steel, it's fantastic. I don't know how old it is. 60, 80, 100 years old. Too slippery. I'm gonna take a bit of paper here. And it hasn't lost anything in terms of quality. It's just as good as razor made today. Probably better. So, a slight difference perhaps in slickness. You can notice it. Well, in this case, it's probably because the lather got a bit dry. When you shave, when you buff, so shave an area that you already shaved. So you basically took all the soap off. With the tubs, it's not all that slick. Of course, I don't have the best lather I could have. But it's not perfect. The residual slickness is not perfect. Okay, against the grain with the arefa. Yeah, there is a difference. In residual slickness, there is a difference. I don't usually pay attention. So I oftentimes don't notice, but there is a difference. Breaking a bit of the sweat. And when you do, the leather always breaks up a little bit. So while I maintain, you can shave with anything. And if you have a razor like a Weck with a Kismet blade in it, or another blade, but I like the Kismet, you can shave with anything. I've shaved with just water and it's almost as good. However, there is a difference. This razor is ridiculous. In spite of the fact that I actually honed it. It's pretty good anyway. So yeah, I feel more dryness on this side. Shave is perfect on both sides, but that's thanks to the razor, not the soap. The best thing with starting to hone razors myself is that I'm never going to shave with a dull razor again. Sometimes I'll start shaving with the dull razor because I messed up while trying to hone it, but then I'll stop and I'll redo it or pick up another one. I'm not shaving with any razors that aren't super keen anymore. Brilliant shave. I don't have an aftershave for the tubs, so I'm using the matching aftershave from Arefa. I could get a check. Okay. Which is brilliant because Arefa makes fantastic aftershaves. Just fantastic. I'm actually gonna add a bit more. I'm going to bed, so my pillow will smell great in the morning. So I don't know what's in it because the print is so small. I said it before, it's perhaps the best aftershave I've ever tried. It's absolutely magnificent. I'm not going to put a balm on. I always do. I'm not going to because I don't need to, because this aftershave is fantastic. Okay, so in summary and in ending, at least between these two, a classic like Taylor of Old Bond Street and a modern, super engineered artisan soap, well, this is a winner. There is a difference. I like shaving with both of them. I do frequently use the classics and I often make a video, but the world is a better place when it comes to soaps. That's for certain. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you soon. Stay sharp.